Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for the AFC Championship game. Sorry, it took a while for me to get on. Having some technical difficulties trying to get the game on. But we're finally on. The Broncos with the football. They've got it inside Patriots territory. And inside the red zone at the 8-yard line here. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. But game's still scoreless. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got the Patriots and Broncos in the AFC Championship game. The winner will move on to the Super Bowl. But welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm on so late. But I think this should be a pretty good game. We got two really good teams. I mean, the Broncos are playing with the backup quarterback, but so a very good overall team. And they've got the ball on the 6-yard line here. So let's see what they can do. The Patriots have allowed one touchdown in 27 playoff drives so far. Stidham going to roll to his right here. And Stidham on the run. Throws to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Corwin Sutton makes the catch. Broncos on the board first. They take the lead with 10:19 to go in the first quarter. And Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos offense get the game's first points. Probably not the way a lot of people saw it coming. Sorry, that play looks like it was going in slow motion for me because the stream kept buffering. But Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos on the board first. A 6-yard touchdown. And here is Will Lutz for the extra point. And his extra point is good. Let's make it 7-0. As the Broncos, they take the early lead. They're up 7-0 with about 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. But a good drive right there for the Broncos. Was a 6-yard touchdown pass. But a good drive, and pull up the numbers drive right now. But I know they had a long pass play. I believe 52 yards to Marvin Mims. It was a 5-play, 59-yard drive that took 1:41 off the clock. And the Broncos are on the board first with 10:19 to go. Yeah, they had a 52-yard pass to Marvin Mims on that play. After both teams went 3 and out on their first drive. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry I'm on late. And we'll see what the Patriots can do here for their second drive. 3 and out on the first drive. So the Broncos up 7-0 with 10:19 to go in the first. The winner will obviously move on to Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco in a couple weeks, where they'll play either the Rams or the Seahawks. I'll also be streaming that game tonight. Game should also be pretty good. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me know what you guys think who will win, what your score prediction is. I took the Patriots. I definitely think the Broncos could win. I mean, they got a good drive right there. But I mean, I still took the Patriots. I took them, I think, 20-16. I gotta check my prediction. I think I said 20-16. But I took the Patriots and Rams in the games today. But obviously both games can go either way. Alright, let me find that. They're back from commercial here. The Patriots will get the ball back. Down by 7. I took the Patriots 20-16. But the Broncos kick this off here. Patriots get it for their second possession. And the kick can be brought back from the 3-yard line. And from the 3, they'll cross to 30 and get it out to the 33. So 30 yards on the return. And that is where the Patriots take over for their second possession. Patriots 4-13 in both 2023 and 2024. But then they hire Mike Vrabel, and this season, including the playoffs, they're 16-3. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL. And they're also 8-0 on the road this season, which is tied for the best all time. And they're also the 4th team to reach the conference championship game after losing 13-plus games in the previous season. That's pretty impressive. May gonna throw here. May's got time, throws underneath, that's caught by Diggs, and he picks up about 6. But Drake May having time is something that I think is really good inside the game, because you got a pretty bad offensive line, you got an elite pass rush, and the Patriots, they've already struggled to protect Drake May in the playoffs. So that's going to be something very interesting to watch. So 2nd and 6 here. From the 39. May, gonna hand off. It's actually 2nd and 4. I don't know why they have 2nd and 6. But May hands off. Stevenson gains about 3. And brings up 3rd and short. So make it a 3rd and 1. Patriots offense scoring 28.8 points per game, which is the most they've scored since 2015. And in that year, they lost to the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. Here's a handoff. Stevenson up the middle. He is very close. I think he gets there, but he does not get that much. But it looks like they will give him the first down. And a first down for the Patriots. Yeah, he does get the first down. Not by much, but he gets it. So 1st and 10 from the 43. May in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left side as well. Play clock at 3. They'll get the play off, and May throws outside, caught by Diggs, who goes nowhere. He's swarming in the backfield for a loss of 2 on the play. The blocking out there just did not work. He got blown up right away. And the rest of the defense rallies the football. McMillan was the guy there initially. Same guy who got the interception last week. Obviously, there's definitely some people, or maybe most people, disagree with that. But he makes a nice play right there. Brings up 2nd and 12. So we're about halfway through the first quarter. So May in shotgun back to his left. May gonna look to throw. Has time, gonna go deep down the field, down the sideline, and it is incomplete, knocked away by Patriots for 10. Great coverage, and it's 3rd and 12. Very good coverage along the sideline, just got nowhere to go. And Surtain able to knock it away. So 3rd and 12 for the Patriots. 7:27 to go in the first quarter. May in shotgun back to his right. May gets pressured. May gets hit as he throws, but gets rid of it to Diggs. But he's dragged down well short of a first down. He got just 3. Leaves him 9 yards short. And it's now 4th down for the Patriots. And they'll be forced to punt it away once again. But another pretty good possession for the Broncos defense. Not quite a 3-and-out like it was the first drive, but they're able to force another punt. And on 4th and 9, the Patriots will send it away from their own 44. The punt is away cleanly. And Marvin Mims going to let this bounce. It's a short kick. Bounce at the 26. and then takes a Patriot roll down to the 22. But definitely not a great kick. But it is Broncos football after the punt. Leading by 7 with 6:33 to go in the first quarter. And we'll see what the Broncos can do for their next possession. I mean, a great drive in their last drive, going right down the field. Hooked up with a big 52-yard pass play. And the touchdown pass for Jarrett Stidham. He's now 2 for 5 for 58 yards and a touchdown. Jarrett Stidham's only played, I believe, 4 snaps this year. Sorry, no, he's played 1 snap this year, I believe. But the last time he attempted a pass was the 2023 season, Week 18, when he started against the Raiders, and he threw for 272 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But Jarrett Stidham is a former 4th-round pick out of Auburn in 2019, was drafted by the Patriots, and he's making his 5th career start, first playoff appearance in today's game. But it is now 7-0 Broncos. Wait for them to come back from commercial. And while we wait, be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, 75% of you guys said the Patriots will win, 25% have said the Broncos. I did take the Patriots, although not too confident with it, especially with the way this game started. But I did take the Patriots to get the win. I took them by a score of 20-16. But they're now back from commercial. The Broncos with the football back, a 3-and-out and a touchdown on their 2 drives so far. About 60 total yards on the 2 drives combined. So Stidham and the offense back on the field from their own 23-yard line. Stidham under center. R.J. Harvey is the back. They could have gotten J.K. Dobbins back, but he was not activated for this game. So he's still on IR, although he was practicing. Harvey makes the guy miss in the backfield, and he powers his way ahead. Nice run for R.J. Harvey as he gains 9 on first down. And a great start to the drive for the Broncos. Last drive for the Broncos, a pretty good drive. Couple nice throws for Jarrett Stidham. He's 2 for 5, 58 yards. That's pretty good. 58 yards on 2 completions. So 2nd and 1. Stidham in shotgun. Got it back to his right. And Stidham, off play action, rolls to his right. And Stidham throws the flat. It's caught by Pat Bryant. And he gains about 3. And a Bronco first down. But a nice first down right there. Broncos outgaining the Patriots 71-17. So Stidham in shotgun, got it back to his right from their own 34. For a receiver in motion. And Stidham going to keep it on the option here. He's got a ton of space up the middle, and he'll slide after a gain of 8. But a nice run right there for Jarrett Stidham. Just had a ton of space and would take advantage of that. And there was just nobody on second level. So 2nd and 2. Broncos in the divisional game against the Bills, they ran the ball just 10 times with a running back. They ran the ball 12 times with Bo Nix, and they threw the ball 46 times. So far, it's been a much more even play selection. 5 run plays, 6 pass plays. Make it 6-6 as they go back to the ground here. R.J. Harvey is going to get about 2. But it definitely does make sense that the Broncos are going to go with a little bit more run-heavy approach today, considering they've got a backup quarterback. Although the Patriots' run defense is quite good. So 1st and 10 here for the Broncos on their own 44. Marvin Mims goes in motion. And here's a handoff. Harvey up the middle, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe falls forward for a yard, but he does not have much space to run. And it brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 9 for the Broncos. We got 3:14 to go in the first quarter, although Robert Spillane is down in the field for the Patriots. In his first year with them after coming over in free agency from the Raiders. So hopefully he's okay. Been a big part of their defense. But he is down in the field. So hopefully he's okay. He was, let's see if this loads. He was their leading tackler in the regular season with 97 tackles. He also had 5 pass breakups and 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. But that would definitely be a pretty big loss to their defense. So hopefully Spillane's okay. But we wait for them to come back from commercial during the injury timeout. And while we're at commercial, if you guys can be sure to hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. So far, we've got just 3 likes in the stream, so make sure to smash that like button. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Again, hopefully Spillane is okay. But it's been another pretty solid drive for the Broncos so far. It would move the football pretty effectively. And last drive, we had it most of it on that one big play, but this drive, more consistent, shorter games, but still pretty solid drive so far. So 2nd and 9 for the Broncos. Spillane off the field into the medical tent. Again, hopefully he's okay. So Stidham in shotgun, got it back to his left from the 45-yard line. And they go back to the ground. Harvey is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just did not go anywhere. And it brings up 3rd and long here for the Broncos. The Patriots had a guy in the backfield, but he just ran right past him. But luckily the rest of the defense is still able to... Oh, sorry, that was actually the previous play. But anyway, they're still able to stop him at the line. Stidham to throw. Gets pressured. Stidham throws. That is dropped. It got dropped by Sutton at the 38-yard line. Would have been a first down. But it brings up fourth down, and the Broncos forced to punt. And that one's got to be caught. I mean, it could be a little bit better of a throw from Jarrett Stidham, but it's pretty much right at him. And for the Broncos, that is their 46th drop pass this season, which is tied for most in the NFL. So Crawshaw on to punt it away. And the Patriots defense gets a stop. And this punt is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And of course, for the Broncos, I just said they're able to move the ball pretty consistently. They got stuffed on second down, they throw an incompletion on third down, and they're forced to punt. So, I jinxed them. My bad. But Drake May and the Patriots offense back onto the field. Down by 7 with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. So the Patriots will start on their own 20-yard line after the touchback. So May under center here. Travion Henderson is the back. And they're going to hand it off. Henderson up the middle. And he'll gain about 4 on first down. We'll make it 2nd and 6 here. So we're inside 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So May under center from the 24. And May off play action. Rolls to his right. May gets pressured and sacked. Got brought down by Robinson back at the 14-yard line. It looked like they were trying to hit somebody quickly in the flat, but he got covered. May had nowhere to go with the ball. And takes a big sack. Brings up 3rd and 15. We'll also 9 on the play. Yeah, they were trying to get Hunter Henry in the flat, but a great job by the Broncos. They did a great job defending that play. And May goes down for the sack. Let's make it 3rd and 15. May looks to throw. And he throws outside, but it's incomplete. A little bit of an inaccurate throw right there. Trying to find Ramondre Stevenson, and it's 4th down. And the Patriots will punt. I was just about to change this before, but that was 3rd down. But now it's 4th down, and now they'll punt. So the Broncos will get it back. Looks like it's going to be a defensive game. Yeah, it definitely looks that way. I mean, I would think that'd be the case, considering how good these defenses are. But, I mean, you never know. But it definitely looks that way so far. So the punt is away. The Broncos will get it back. And Mims from the 42 is taken down right there. Nice tackle. And the Broncos take over. Still good field position, but after no return. And they take over with 54 seconds left on their own 42-yard line. Up by 7. And of course they're going to go to commercial, even though there's 50 seconds left. And they're going to go to commercial in 2 seconds after, like, a play, maybe 2. Depending on how long it takes. When they'll just go to commercial for the second quarter. Give me 1 second. Alright, but we still wait for them to come back from commercial. 7-0 so far. And so far, Broncos defense playing really well. Patriots with 12 yards on 12 plays. Broncos 82 yards on 15 plays so far. And Jarrett Stidham also hasn't been terrible. He's 3 for 7, 60 yards and a touchdown. I mean, 3 for 7 still isn't great, but definitely could be a lot worse. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. 52 seconds left in the first half. Alright, now they're back from commercial. Broncos with the football. So the Broncos with the football on their own 43. Average starting field position is their own 36. That's pretty good. They'll start this drive with a handoff up the middle. And McLaughlin gains 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Actually, they'll give him 3, so make it 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7. Stidham in shotgun, going to back to his right. And Stidham throws to the flat that's caught by Evan Ingram. And he is going to be very close to a first down. As he goes out of bounds. And that'll also take us to the end of the first quarter. But they will give him 7 and a first down. So the Broncos up by 7. And a pretty good first quarter for them. At the end of the first quarter, leading 7-0. I think you got to be pretty happy with how that has played out so far. Because when you're outgaining the Patriots by a lot, you're up on the scoreboard, which is what actually matters. And I think you got to be really happy with the way the first quarter went. Because I mean, if you're the Broncos, you're outgaining the Patriots 92-12. You're more yards per play 5.4 to 1. You've played pretty well. They've also had the ball for longer. 8-18 compared to 6-42. And the Broncos 5 first downs. The Patriots have 1. All Denver. Yeah, really was all Denver in that first quarter. But a great start for the Broncos. Jarrett Stidham 67 yards. Drake May threw for 7 yards. I mean, it's still early, and it's still only a 7-point game, but a very good first quarter. Give me 1 second. Let's check something real quick. Give me 1 second. Alright, they're back from commercial here as we start the second quarter. Broncos with the football, 1st and 10 at the Patriots 47. So Stidham under center. Sutton goes across the formation. And Stidham off play action, gets pressured, and he throws the flat caught by McLaughlin out of the backfield, and he splits a defender and gains a yard. Not much after the catch right there. So it brings up 2nd and 8 here for the Broncos. So Stidham in shotgun, get it back to his right. Will Jordan Humphrey goes across the formation. From the 46, Stidham gonna look to throw again. And Stidham throws underneath, caught by Sutton. And he gains 5. And brings up 3rd and about 3 for the Broncos. Jarrett Stidham started 0 for 3, but since then he's 6 for his last 7, 74 yards. And a touchdown. He's looked pretty solid. And his one incompletion on that stretch is also a drop by Sutton. It's not even like he made a terrible throw. So 3rd and 3. Stidham in shotgun. Could be 4-down territory. Stidham going to throw once again. Stidham has time. Throws outside. It's called for a 1st down. Will Jordan Humphrey gains 4 and moves the sticks for the Broncos. Another good throw for Stidham and a 1st down. So 1st and 10, 13 minutes to go in the first half. Broncos now on the Patriots 35. So Stidham fakes throwing the screen to the outside, then hands off to R.J. Harvey. And Harvey's got space up the middle. He gains 9. And a very good play there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 1 here for the Broncos. So 2nd and 1. Stidham under center. And they're hand off here to fullback Prentice, and he's got a 1st down. He gains 3 and moves the sticks. And it's been another good looking drive here for the Broncos. Now, the last time I said that, I jinxed them, and they didn't get another yard on that drive. But they've looked good so far on this drive. 12 minutes to go in the first half. So Stidham under center, I formation. And here's a handoff. Harvey up the middle. And R.J. Harvey, and he get down to the 20. He gains 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. 11:30 to go in the first half. Broncos outgetting the Patriots by over 100 yards so far. They've got 119. Patriots have 12 total yards. So Stidham in shotgun. Will look to throw here from the 21. And Stidham rolling left. And he's going to try to run here. And he's stopped at the 20. We've got a yard and a half. Maybe 2 yards. So it brings up 3rd down here for the Broncos. So 3rd and 6. Broncos 2 for 4 on 3rd down, including 1 in this drive. Maybe 2, but I think it's just 1. Conversion, that is. So 3rd and 6 from the 20. Stidham in shotgun, got it back to his right. Play clock at 1. They will just get the snap off. Patriots bring a blitz. Stidham rolling to his right, on the run. Stidham going to try to run for here, and he's close to the first down, but he's knocked down a yard short. So it brings up 4th and 1. And Stidham gains 5 on the scramble. He needed 6. He actually got a lot more than I thought he'd get. And got a lot closer. That's back-to-back plays. We see the mobility of Jarrett Stidham. So 4th and 1 here. They got the offense out there. Broncos 9 for 15 on 4th and short in the regular season. This is 4th and 1. Obviously, 4th and short is defined from 1 to 3 yards. I'm not sure about going for it right here. I understand the call. I definitely do. But playing with the backup quarterback, defense playing well, I might just take the points right here and take what you can get. But at the same time, you could also say, you're playing with the backup quarterback, you've already gotten here, you might as well go for the touchdown. But 4th and 1 here for the Broncos. 9:28 to go in the first half. So 4th and short here for the Broncos. Stidham under center, and he'll look to throw here. Stidham pressured quickly, throws to the flat. It is incomplete. Almost got picked, but either way, the Patriots defense forced a turnover on downs. They were trying to go play action and roll him out to the right and hit R.J. Harvey in the flat. We see teams do that all the time. But Harvey was covered, Stidham got pressured, and a very well defended play there for the Patriots defense. So the Broncos turn it over on downs, and the Patriots defense gets a red zone stop. That was a really good defensive play. I like to call defense on point, go up 14 points. Then continue to lead the game. 14 points, then continue to win the game. I mean, I understand as well. I mean, I'm thinking I might take the points right there because the defense is playing really well. I mean, if you needed a touchdown and like you kind of knew that, I can definitely understand going for it. Like, I understand the decision as it is. I mean, it's 4th and short. You've been great on 4th and short, like, all year long. So why not go for it? But, I don't know. I think I would have taken the points. But, I mean, you could really convince me either way. But Patriots defense gets a stop, and we'll see what the offense can do. So far, they're averaging 1 yard per play. 12 yards, 12 plays, 0 points. I like the decision to go for it, but don't like the play call. Touch push would have worked. Yeah, touch push probably would have worked. Yeah, sometimes I think teams just try to do too much when it's a simple 4th and 1 right there. Just go quarterback sneak, get the first down. May trying to step up, but he is sacked. He's got nowhere to go. And he goes down for the sack for the second time today. And it brings up 2nd and long for the Patriots. That is the 12th time Drake May has been sacked in the playoff games for the Patriots. He's been sacked 5 times. He's the first 2. Already sacked 2 times today. So 2nd and 13. May gonna look to throw. May steps up, throws outside. That is incomplete. Douglas couldn't hold on. And it brings up 3rd and 13. With 8:36 to go in the first half. I mean, if this throws a little bit lower for Drake May, this is a really good throw. And it's probably a great throw and catch and a huge play. But instead, it's a little bit too high. And it ends up getting broken up. Yeah, his defense sure is good. On point to start the game, like you said. Patriots 1 for 4 on 3rd down. This is a 3rd and 13. May to throw. He's got time. Throws, that is, called for the first down. Mac Hollins to the 31-yard line. Moves the sticks. And the Patriots convert on 3rd and long. That's a big conversion right there. They avoid giving it right back to the Broncos. Mac Hollins actually bobbled that for a second, but was able to eventually make the catch and pick up the first down. That is the 2nd first down of the day for the Patriots. May gonna hand off here. Ramondre Stevenson up the middle, and he does not have much space. He gains a yard, maybe 2. Patriots on their first 3 possessions, they've gone 3 and out. Then another punt, they at least picked up a first down that time. And then another 3 and out. This has been their longest drive of the day so far. In fact, that pass play to get the first down was longer than all their other plays combined. So 2nd and 8, May to throw. And underneath he finds Diggs. And Stephon Diggs gains 4. And it brings up 3rd down for the Patriots. So it brings up 3rd and 3. 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. We just saw the Patriots convert a 3rd down. Let's see if they can do it again. So 3rd and 3. Stephon Diggs has 79 career postseason catches, which ties Devontae Adams for the most catches without having won in the Super Bowl. May gonna try to step up and scramble. He is sacked again. For the 3rd time in the first half, May goes down. And the Patriots forced to punt it away again. Man, this Broncos defense is good. Just a 4-man rush. He tries to step up and just has nowhere to go. So the Patriots punted away once again. Now 4 drives, 4 punts for the Patriots. Broncos get some pressure on this one, but it is away cleanly. And a fair catch by Mims at the 17-yard line. So Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos offense back onto the field. The defense is dominating so far. And they're up 7-0 with 5:50 to go in the first half. Broncos D playing lights out, yeah. They've been so good. I'm pulling up the numbers right now. The Patriots, May has gotten sacked 4 times. No, 3 times, I believe. May has been sacked. Yeah, 3 times. And the Patriots have just 48 yards. They're averaging 1.7 yards per pass attempt, 2.7 yards per rush attempt. And overall, it's not been great. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Stidham and the Broncos offense coming back onto the field. And we'll see what they can do once again. They've also moved the ball pretty effectively. Broncos defense not allowing the Patriots to move the ball. And the offense moving the ball pretty well. I just got down inside the red zone in the last drive. Just couldn't quite finish the drive. And they turned it over on downs. So the Broncos offense back on the field. Up by 7. They start on their own 17-yard line. So Stidham in shotgun got it back to his right. 5:50 to go in the first half. They bring Marvin Mims in motion. And they'll start with a handoff. RJ Harvey spins away from the defender. And he gains 5. Nice move to get some space because there is not really much space to start with on that run. So Stidham in shotgun, he'll look to throw here, and Stidham throws that is behind his receiver and incomplete, trying to get it Sutton on the slant. But not a great throw. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5, 5:09 to go. I mean, this one still could have been caught, but yeah, still probably should have been caught. I mean, he's an NFL receiver after all, but I mean, still wasn't a great throw. So 3rd and 5 here for the Broncos. 2 for 5 on 3rd down so far. Stidham going to look to throw. Stidham gets pressure, throws underneath. It is caught by Mims, and he's going to have the 1st down. He reaches the ball across and moves the sticks. And a nice 3rd down conversion right there for the Broncos. Mims got just enough. And a nice job by Jarrett Stidham right there, standing in a collapsing pocket. And make a good throw for Mims and allow him to get some yards after the catch. That is the 8th Bronco 1st down. The Patriots have just 2. So 1st and 10 from the 27. Stidham under center. Hands off. Here's McLaughlin up the middle. And he'll gain 5. Another good run right there. 4:15 to go in the first half. Denver marching downfield. Yeah, they've moved the ball really well in this game. Broncos receiver Pat Bryant been banged up over the last few weeks. He is now questionable to return with a hamstring injury. So 2nd and 5. Here's McLaughlin up the middle. And he is stopped after getting about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 4. Broncos ready to run the ball 13 times today with their running backs, after running the ball just 10 times with their running backs in the divisional round against the Bills. So 3rd and 4. Troutman in motion here. Stidham in shotgun, going to back to his right. Play clock at 2. They'll just get the play off. Patriots bring a blitz. Stidham backpedaling, and Stidham just gets rid of it. And they're going to rule this incomplete. I'm not exactly sure what the play call was right there. But it just did not work. Let's see. They have a flag down, probably for grounding. Stidham's trying to argue his case. The running back was still somewhat in the area, but I don't know if Stidham ran backwards too far. So they are going to call intentional grounding against Jarrett Stidham. I mean, that's probably the right call. I mean, he's definitely outside the tackle box, but the ball just doesn't reach the line of scrimmage. Mike Vrabel's got the challenge flag out. I'm not sure what he could challenge. Maybe he wants to say that's a fumble? Because they did bring it back for the touchdown, but... I mean, he's got a decent case. I still think this is incomplete, though. Like, the defender assists Stidham in having the ball come out, but it does look like Stidham is trying to throw it. But it's like a shovel pass, so it's hard. It's not like, is the arm coming forward or not? I mean, there is a chance it actually goes backwards. Like, there is a possibility that ends up being a backwards pass. I mean, it looks like he goes forward, but when he actually releases it, it ends up going a little bit backwards. And they are going to give it to him. It's going to be a fumble. It's Patriots football at the 12-yard line. And then May on the slant throws and finds Booty. And he gets inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. So did they rule that a fumble? Well, they never showed the ref saying anything, so I had no idea they were doing that. Was that a fumble? What was that then? Yeah, they're ruling that a fumble. Interesting. May, quarterback run here up the middle. He's in for the touchdown. Drake May with a rushing score. And the Patriots get on the board. That is a huge, like, 3-play sequence right there. With the fumble. And then May with the rushing score. His first career postseason rushing touchdown. And the Patriots about to tie it up at 7 with 2:10 to go. And the extra point is good. So 7-7 as Patriots capitalize off the fumble. And then 2 plays later, Drake May runs it in for the score. But, I mean, that is a huge couple play sequence right there. Because, I mean, yeah, the Patriots are going to force a punt, but the offense has not done anything at that point. And they get the ball back fairly deep inside their own territory. But now, instead of that, they get the ball inside the red zone, and they put it in the end zone for the first time. So that is a huge call right there, though. I do think it is probably the right call, because the ball does look like it goes backwards. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Broncos will get it back. And now if you're the Broncos, you're just going to make sure that it doesn't affect the way you've been playing. You've been playing pretty well, but now you've got a play that doesn't go your way. The game's now tied, so you got to make sure you can continue to play well on both sides of the ball. But it's 7-7. We got 2:10 to go in the first half. Broncos will get it back. So the Broncos get it back here, as they're now back from commercial. If I am really far behind in the broadcast, I'm pretty sure I am. So if I am, sorry about that. I'm not sure why I'm so far behind watching on CBS versus something else where it's, like, not behind at all. But I know I'm a couple plays behind, so sorry about that. But the kick is away, and it is a touchback, bounce in the end zone, and will come out to the 35. Like, and I was just looking at stats, I saw that they had kicked off already, when there was still, like, a 30-second difference between what they said and right now. So 1st and 10 from the 35 after the touchback. Probably one play before the 2-minute warning. Stidham in shotgun, gonna back to his left. And Stidham, pump fakes, gets pressured, and he just throws it away. So there will be one more play before the 2-minute warning, because obviously incompletion stops the clock. Not really sure what that play was supposed to be. Might have been a screen. That just didn't work out. Jarrett Stidham, when he's had a clean pocket, he's 8 for 10, 84 yards and a touchdown. When he's been pressured, he's 0 for 5, and he lost a fumble. Throws over the middle here. That is caught by Harvey, and he's going to have a first down, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning with 1:58 to go in the first half. Commercial out of control, way too many. Yeah, it's so annoying how they go. We had like 10 seconds here. There was 2:10 to go, and then they go to a full TV timeout, have 2 plays, and now they're at another commercial break with a 2-minute warning. I would definitely agree. Or something that drives me insane is when you've got a long drive. Like, say a team takes like 10 minutes off the clock, and there's no opportunities for a commercial in there. What they'll do is after they'll score, they'll go to commercial before the kickoff, and then they'll kick off and go to another commercial. It is so annoying. But I definitely agree with you right there. Ever notice how many stop lights there are? Like, do we really need all the lights? No wonder traffic takes so long. That is true. I mean, sometimes it feels like there's 1 every 2 seconds. Sometimes they do feel a little unnecessary. Oh, we've got a defensive coordinator. Giants found a defensive coordinator. Denard Wilson is the Giants' new defensive coordinator. The former Titans DC. I don't really know who that is, but hopefully he's good. Can't really be much worse than what the Giants did have, so I guess I'll take it. But I don't know who he is, but hopefully he's good. But a 1st and 10 for the Broncos. They're now back from commercial after the 2-minute warning. Stidham gonna look to throw. Stidham throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Nearly got picked. He threw it way behind Will Jordan Humphrey, who actually never looked for the ball either. So 2nd and 10, minute 55 to go in the first half. 1 timeout for the Broncos, all 3 for the Patriots. Got a 2nd and 10 from their own 45. Stidham gets pressured. Stidham gets sacked. Back to the 36-yard line. He goes down. And it brings up 3rd and long. And the Patriots call a timeout with a minute 50 to go in the first half. If Denver can rebuild after Wilson, any team can. Yeah, I mean, they were in such a bad spot because you had a terrible quarterback, traded away a ton of picks, you paid him a ton of money. Yeah, just a few years later, you guys won the AFC Championship game. It's actually really impressive how they've done it. I mean, I really don't know how they've done it. But it ends up being... It's pretty good. And really impressive the way they did it. So quickly, too. So 3rd and long here for the Broncos. Empty backfield for Jarrett Stidham. Can't really imagine he'll do anything too risky here. Stidham just checks down to Evan Ingram underneath. And Ingram is going to make a guy miss. And he'll get to the 49-yard line, still well short of a first down. So the play takes 8 seconds off the clock. Minute 42 to go. And the Patriots call their second timeout. So that was each team with one timeout remaining here in the first half. And the Patriots will get the ball back tied at 7, with still plenty of time to work with. They'll have a minute 42 and a timeout to work with for the half. So we'll see what the Patriots can do on the next drive. See, I believe in the Giants. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think we got a pretty bright future as well. So 4th and 6. The punt is away here for the Broncos. And it's going to be fair caught at the 10-yard line by Marcus Jones. But Drake May and the Patriots offense back onto the field. They start at their own 10-yard line, minute 35 to work with, and a timeout before the half. We'll start with the draw play. Here is Stevenson up the middle, and he is going to gain about 4. I mean, I understand starting with the draw, but I don't really like it. Because, I mean, you don't want to do anything too risky. That's why they do it. But it makes no sense because it's a run play up the middle where if you get a big gain, the clock's going to continue to run. Like here, they got 5, which is a solid pickup, but the clock's now all the way down to a minute 10 to go. Like, it just makes no sense. May going to throw. He throws underneath. It is dropped by Henry and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 here for the Broncos. I mean, they've got a timeout. If they can get a stop, you could wonder, or you could call a timeout if you're the Broncos right here. Here's a throw to the outside. It's caught by Henry, and he is stopped short. And the Broncos will call that 3rd and final timeout. I mean, I don't really know what that play call was for the Patriots. Like, they looked like they weren't really trying to do a whole ton. But I really just don't like that drive overall for the Patriots. You start with the draw play that takes a ton of time off the clock. I mean, time doesn't even matter now if you're the Patriots. Offense, that is. Yeah, not a great drive. And they go 3 and out. And the Broncos defense gets a stop and let the ball back to the offense. And we'll see what they can do here with 55 seconds left in the first half. So Mims going to field the punt at the 41. He's got some space as he brings it back to the 48-yard line. So really good starting field position for the Broncos. So they take over their own 48-yard line with 48 seconds left in the first half. And we'll see how Jarrett Stidham can operate a 2-minute drive. They are out of timeouts, so that is definitely not as ideal, but I mean, you're still in a pretty good spot here. You only need like 15 yards to get in field goal range, and you can potentially take the lead before halftime. And I was going to say the Broncos get the ball, but I believe the Patriots get the ball to start the second half. Let's see. Yeah, the Patriots do get the ball. So points here could be pretty big for the Broncos to take the lead, considering the Patriots get it after halftime. Stidham throws underneath. It's caught by Harvey, and he's going to break a tackle. Great job there. And he's able to get out of bounds and a first down. That is a really good job right there by R.J. Harvey. He's able to break the tackle. Well, first he's able to make the catch, then he breaks the tackle, and he's able to get out of bounds. And also get the first down. So that's 10 yards, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. That is a really good play for the Broncos rookie. Stidham now up to 117 yards and a touchdown on 11 completions and 19 attempts. From the 40, Stidham rolling right, sets his feet, Stidham gets pressured, and he'll just throw it away. We got 35 seconds left in the first half. Broncos are in field goal range, based on the field goal target line, so if you're Jarrett Stidham, you do not want to take a sack. So 2nd and 10 from the 40. Would be a 57-yarder from right here. Patriots bring a blitz. Stidham throws outside. Caught by Sutton. Gain of 6. And he's out of bounds to stop the clock with exactly 30 seconds left in the first half. That's another good play for the Broncos offense. You get 6 yards closer, you stop the clock. And now you've got a 3rd and 4. Corwin Sutton so far, 3 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown. So Stidham in shotgun, going to back to his right. It's a 3rd and 4. Stidham going to look to throw, rolling to his right. Stidham on the run, pump fakes, and he's out of bounds for actually a loss of a yard. So he stops the clock with 24 seconds left. And on 4th and 6, the Broncos will send on the field goal team to try to get points and put them in the lead before halftime. So here is Will Lutz. On the year, he is 32 for 36, along of 57. This one from 54 on the right hash. And the kick for Lutz is on the way, and it is no good. He missed it wide to the right, and it is going to stay 7-7. Here are 20 seconds left before halftime. Looks like it had a chance early. Started just inside the right upright and then just drifted off to the right. And it stays 7-7. Now the Patriots do have an opportunity to try to put a drive together before halftime. They've got a timeout. They've got 20 seconds. And they don't really need that much to get into field goal range. They need about 15 yards. So May going to throw it here. May steps up, throws that is low and incomplete. They had it, but May with a low throw, and Kayshon Boutte could not make a swatting catch. Yeah, if that's a better throw, that is a great play for the Patriots. But it ends up being incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10. And we got a false start here against Will Campbell. The rookie left tackle going to back him up 5. And now there's going to be 20 yards to get in field goal range. Will Campbell has not played too well in the playoffs. And he's got a false start right there. But overall, he has had a pretty solid rookie year. But in the playoffs, I mean, he's also faced some of the better edge rushers in the NFL. So 2nd and 15 from the 39. May looks to throw. May's got time. He steps in with a throw deep down the field. And that pass incomplete. Boutte again the target. It's 3rd and 15 with 9 seconds to go. As that pass incomplete. Patriots retaining coverage right there. Very good coverage again. Although May ended up overthrowing that one. Patriots do get the ball to start the second half, but here's a 3rd and 15. May steps up. He's going to scramble here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. May slides, and did they get the timeout? Let's see. I think they did. Mike Vrabel seems convinced there's 1 second left. I think they got the timeout in. They did. They got 1 second on the clock. They got the timeout. But a big scramble right there for Drake May. Almost slid a little too late. But here's another look at it with the clock. And yeah, he's down in time. And Vrabel's right there calling timeout. Yeah, they got that timeout in. That is a really good play for the Patriots. So here is a long field goal try. This one's going to be 62, I believe. They're snapping it from the Bronco 45. Long on the year is 59. He's 30 for 35. This is a 63-yard field goal to try to put the Patriots up before halftime. So the kick is... no, not even close. He misses it wide to the left by a lot, and it stays 7-7 at the half. I mean, it had some distance there. He just hooked it to the left. But 7-7 as we reach halftime. Patriots do get the ball to start the second half. But a pretty solid first half for both sides. I don't really think either team played their best first half, especially the Patriots, but they're tied at halftime. I think you got to be pretty happy about that. Every team the Patriots played in the playoffs had a top 5 defense. They've had a pretty tough stretch when it comes to playing defenses. Now, the offenses for them haven't been great, but they've had some very tough defenses they've matched up against in the playoffs. And the Broncos included. But I'm going to go take a quick break, use the bathroom, fill my water, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. So it's 7-7 at the half. Why is Kirk Cousins on the broadcast? Anyway, Patriots and Broncos are tied 7-7 at the half. They also got the ball to start the second half. And overall, a decent first half for both sides. I mean, not great, but also not terrible. But as far as an updated score prediction goes, I am going to still take the Patriots. I mean, it's close so far. It's close so far, and I mean, both defenses are playing pretty well. So I'm still going to take the Patriots. I just think the offense is going to be able to do a little bit more. I still trust Drake May more than I trust Jarrett Stidham. Even though May didn't play a great first half, and Stidham also looked pretty solid in the first half. But as far as an updated score prediction, I'm still going to take the Patriots. I originally said 20-16, and I think it's going to be somewhere around there. I'll take the Patriots. Let's go 17-14. So that's what we'll go with. The Chargers were 5th, Houston was 1st, Denver 2nd. I think the Patriots sitting at 6th or 7th overall. Yeah, and they've had some tough defenses they've had to play in the playoffs. I'm going to pull it up right now. Thoughts on the game? I mean, I don't really think either team's played their best game. I think the Broncos started off playing pretty well. I still think they were the better team in the first half. But the Patriots, they got the turnover and then tied it up. But I mean, pretty close. Both defenses playing pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, the Chargers, they were 5th. Texans were 1st. Broncos are 2nd. And the Patriots, they're 8th in total defense, allowing 295 yards per game. Hasn't been a good game. That May touchdown was big for them, though. Yeah, that was a huge touchdown. That whole 3-play sequence with the fumble and then the I mean, they had a run play in the middle, which doesn't really mean anything. But the fumble, and then the touchdown run, that was a huge 2-play sequence, which really got the Patriots back in the game. Because, I mean, before that, they had not looked too great. And I mean, if it wasn't for that play, who knows where they'd be right now. They could still be down 7-0, could be worse. Who knows? But that was a huge play. And I would say that is pretty much the difference in this game at the moment. Hopefully Stidham can pull this off for your bracket. Yeah, I picked the Broncos as well. In my original bracket, I picked the Patriots when I made my prediction video a few days ago, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking actually pretty solid. My bracket is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, I thought it would just be so off because a lot of those games could really go either way. I just felt it was so wide open. I really wasn't confident in my bracket at all, but I've actually been perfect in the NFC so far. And my only mistake is the Jaguars not beating the Bills. And I also picked them to get to the AFC Championship game. But otherwise, I've been pretty good. But as far as some stats from the first half go, we'll start off with some player stats for the Patriots. Let me pull them up. Give me 1 second. Drake May, he went 7 for 14, 41 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions, and he was sacked 3 times for also 12 yards. I wonder if that's the fewest yards Drake May has had in a half. I would think so, considering the guy's averaging like 250 yards a game. But I mean, I guess it's possible he's had less, but I'd be pretty surprised if he did. Then on the ground for the Patriots, Drake May ran it 2 times for 22 yards and a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson 6 for 17. Travion Henderson 1 for 4. As a team for the Patriots, that's 9 for 43. That's 4.8 yards per carry and a touchdown. Then receiving for the Patriots, Matt Collins 1 catch, 20 yards. Stephon Diggs 4 for 12. Kayshon Boutte 1 for 6. Hunter Henry 1 for 3. And Demario Douglas and Ramondre Stevenson both no catches on 1 target. Then for the Broncos, Jarrett Stidham, not a terrible first half. 12 for 21, 123 yards, and a touchdown. He also did get sacked 3 times and lost a fumble, though. Then on the ground for the Broncos, they ran the ball quite a bit. As the team, 17 carries, 57 yards. That is 3.4 yards per carry. But R.J. Harvey, 9 carries for 29 yards. Jarrett Stidham, 3 carries for 15 yards. McLaughlin, 3 for 9. Adam Prentice has 1 for 3. And Pat Bryant has 1 for a yard. Then receiving for the Broncos, Marvin Mims with 2 catches for 57 yards. R.J. Harvey is 2 for 21. Evan Ingram 2 for 19. Cortland Sutton 3 for 17 and a touchdown. Will Jordan Humphrey 1 for 5. Pat Bryant 1 for 2. And Jaleel McLaughlin 1 for 2. Just make sure the second half hasn't started yet. Alright, second half actually starting right now. What happened to the National Championship stream? I wanted to stream the National Championship. It was so annoying. I got a job and I had to work that day. I had to work Monday night. So I had to not stream. By the way, 41 passing yards for Drake May was the fewest he's had in the first half of this season. But some team stats from the first half while they kick off. 180 total yards for the Broncos, 84 for the Patriots. 10 first downs for the Broncos, 4 for the Patriots. Broncos 3 for 9 on third down, Patriots 3 for 8. 57 rush yards for the Broncos, 43 for the Patriots. They've also got more passing yards. And 1 turnover was the lost fumble by Stidham. But here is the return on the kickoff to the 31. And that is where the Patriots will start in the second half. You're working too, but caught up with the second half. Yeah, I did get back in time to watch the second half, or most of it. And I thought about streaming the second half, but I figured by the time I actually get set up and start the stream and people realize I went live, like, it's just not going to be worth it, so I didn't end up streaming. But moving forward, I really don't plan to missing streams, so hopefully maybe to stream every game I want to. They'll start this drive with a screen pass to Diggs for a gain of about 5. And it looks like it's actually started snowing there in Denver. The snow is starting, yeah, see that. So here's a handoff, Stevenson up the middle, and he stopped after a gain of a yard. So it is 3rd and 3. Feels like 12 degrees there. That's pretty cold. cold like everywhere right now. So May in shotgun, gonna back to his left. 3rd and 3. May, hands off. Stevenson up the middle. He is gonna have the first down, just barely. And he moves the sticks. Wind is whipping too. Yeah, I mean, it has been... And we saw the wind come into play earlier with the Will Lutz field goal, because it looked like the wind just pushed it to the right. So 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a handoff. Stevenson to the left side. He's turned back inside and stopped after just a yard. I was thinking, if this game was in New England, it would have been so fun, because it's been snowing there for a while. Like, obviously, I'm not in New England, but I'm in New Jersey, and we got a ton of snow today. It's still snowing, actually. Here's Stevenson up the middle, and he's got a first down. He gains 12 before he's knocked down. But a nice run there and a first down for the Patriots. But that was a great run. And they've been moving the ball pretty effectively on the ground on this drive. Yeah, I heard that the bad weather is in the East Coast. Yeah, it's been very cold and a lot of snow. In fact, before I started streaming, I was out shoveling snow a little bit. There's a handoff up the middle for gain about 4. That time Henderson got the carry. Brings up 2nd and 6 here. But a good opening drive to the half for the Patriots. Somebody might have moved early here, but they're going to let the play out, and Henderson is dropped for a loss. He loses 2 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8 for the Patriots. Actually, make it 3rd and 9. Say he lost 3. So 3rd and 9 here for the Patriots. Travion Henderson has 5 rush yards today. May steps up. May going to try to run here. He's going to have the first down. May still running inside the 20. Drake May out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A nice run there for Drake May and a big play as he moves the sticks on 3rd and 9 with his legs. I made a ton of space to run right there, and able to take advantage of that. That's the longest run play by either side today, 28 yards. There's a handoff, and Stevenson goes nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. May's got legs. Yeah, we saw that before the half as well. He can run. He's actually run for 50 yards and a touchdown, more than he's thrown for in this game. He's run for 46 yards, he run for 50. And on the season, I think he ran for like 600 yards. I might have made that up, but I think I saw he ran for quite a bit. I'm looking at the numbers right now. Regular season, he ran for 450 and a touchdown. 4 touchdowns. May takes a shot here at the end zone, but he overthrows Stevenson, and it's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10. May just got tossed. Big hit there. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Took a pretty big shot on that one. So 3rd and 10. Here for the Patriots. Inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. Bring Douglas in motion, and May gonna look to throw. May sets up the screen for Hunter Henry. We've got some blockers, and Henry is very close to the first down. Well, he almost got that. And the spot's gonna come in about half a yard short. So it is 4th and 1. But he got very close. And a decision right here from Mike Vrabel. Yeah, he is a little short, but he got very close. So 4th and 1, the offense is out there. And it looks like they're going to go quarterback sneak. Play clock's at 2. And they can't get the play off in time. They got to burn a timeout. It is definitely not a place you really want to use a timeout right there. But 4th and 1. Looks like they will go for it. They're lining up to a quarterback sneak. I don't know if they'll sneak it again. Or stick with the idea of a sneak. So 4th and 1. Let's see. They've got a couple defensive linemen on the field. Milton Williams is one of them. They've got 2 defensive tackles behind Drake May, ready to push him forward. 4th and 1. Really 4th and half a yard. So yeah, there's 2 defensive linemen behind Drake May, and he is going to sneak it. Oh, man, I don't know. I think he gets that, but he is very close. He did not get much. And they will give him the first down. Okay, this is a really dumb question. What is the objective of having Milton Williams and the other defensive tackle in the game? If you're just going to go run right into the back of the offensive line and not even push Drake May. That really does not make much sense. But it is a first down. Oh, Broncos are going to challenge this. The Broncos are challenging that he made the first down. Oh, is that his knee down right there? Oh, man, if that's his knee, the one that might be. It's hard to tell where he is because they, of course, show one angle at it and then go to commercial. But if the knee I saw is actually his knee, which I mean, there's no guarantee it is, he might be short. Respect the call, he looks short. Not a first. I mean, I thought he got it on the second effort. Originally, he does not get there, but I mean, if his knee goes down, obviously he's definitely short. But it is definitely very close. Denver ball 1st and 10. That's a big call. If it ends up being short. Because, the Patriots moving the ball effectively. They're moving the ball effectively. Got it down inside the red zone here. And a first down. Give them first and goal. I believe the 7-yard line. But if he is short, that is a huge call. If he is short, that's a great challenge by Sean Payton. Because a lot of times you see teams just accept the call on a quarterback sneak because it's really hard to overturn. But if it actually ends up being short, that is a big call and a big challenge. Alright, so let's see. They're back from commercial. And the call does stand. So the challenge is unsuccessful. And the Patriots do have a first and goal from the 7-yard line. So first and goal, here's a handoff to Stevenson up the middle. And he'll gain about 5. Make it second and goal. The Patriots had just 72 yards in the first half, already 67 yards in this drive. And they picked up 4 first downs in this drive, which is the same amount of first downs they had in the entire first half combined. They got a third and goal here. We got a trick play here with the Patriots, and it does not go anywhere. May acted like the snap went way over his head. Stevenson then caught it with one hand, which was by design. Try to confuse the defense there, but it does not work. And instead, the Broncos stop him for actually a loss of a yard. That is the 8th play today for the Patriots that has gone for negative yards. Broncos of 3. So third and goal from the 3. May in shotgun, got it back to his right. May gonna look to throw. May is gonna get sacked at the 5-yard line. What a stop there for the Broncos defense. A goal line stand brings up 4th down. And that is a really good 3-play sequence. May gets sacked for, I believe, the 4th time. And the Broncos defense with a really good stop. And the Patriots are forced to settle for a red zone field goal. Definitely not ideal for the Patriots, having to settle for a 23-yarder. Which is good. But that is a great stop there for the Denver defense. The Patriots, they have first and goal at the 6-yard line, or the 7-yard line. They run it down to the 2, and they got stuffed at the line, and then May gets sacked. But that is a really good stop for the Bronco defense, and it's now only a 3-point game. But that is still a really good drive for the Patriots. They go 16 plays, 64 yards, and they take over half the third quarter. 9:31 off the clock. And that is the first drive of the half. So there is now 5:29 to go in the third quarter. And the Broncos will get it back down by 3 as they now trail for the first time today. But a pretty good drive right there for the Patriots. They do a lot on the ground. As of the 16 plays, let's see how many were on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of the 16 plays were on the ground. So a very good drive, and the Patriots now near 100 yards on the ground for today. It's 98 yards, I believe. 95 yards, sorry, 4.8 yards per carry. 20 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown as a team for the Patriots. So the Broncos will get the ball back. As it has now started to snow in Denver. It's snowing pretty hard right there. So the Broncos get it back. They get the ball for the first time in the second half. And the kick is away. And this one is actually going to bounce and be fielded on the bounce at the 3-yard line. And on the return, it's going to get brought back to the 23. So good coverage there by the Patriots. Well, Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos offense back onto the field for their first possession here in the second half, as they trail 10-7. Patriots 11 Super Bowl appearances, which is most in NFL history. Broncos trying to break a tie for second place with the 49ers, Broncos, Cowboys, and Steelers, all with 8 appearances. So 1st and 10 from the 23. Stidham under center. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. And Stidham, hands off. Here's McLaughlin trying to bounce outside. Cuts back inside. And he's stopped after a gain of 2, getting to the 25-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here for the Broncos. Stidham in shotgun back to his left. Stidham going to look to throw here on 2nd down. And he checks down. Oh, it's dropped. It got dropped by McLaughlin. And it's 3rd and 8. That's going to be something to watch now that it started snowing. Ball security. We've already seen the Broncos drop a few passes in this game. There's another. And we also saw the Patriots fumble quite a bit last week. So that is going to be something to watch now that it started to snow. Quite heavily, actually. H shows 2 wins back-to-back. Back-to-back. Maybe they did back... Then wouldn't they have 3 wins? They also won Super Bowl 50. I'm not sure. 3rd and 8. Here's a screen for Marvin Mims. And Mims is only going to gain about 3. Not much on the screen right there, and they'll be forced to punt it away. As it is now 4th and 5, and the Broncos go 3 and out to start the third quarter. Three wins, my bad, with Peyton. Yeah, they had the one Super Bowl 50 against the Panthers. I remember that game. So 4th and 5, the Broncos punted away. So Crawshaw kicks it. And Jones from the 19, a very dangerous returner. He's taken down at the 21-yard line. Great coverage right there. Jones kind of ran right into the defender. And it ends up being a very short return. Weather's picking up. It's like a mini blizzard now. Yeah, it really is. But the Patriots, they get the ball back, and they've definitely got some momentum right here. After that fumble by Jarrett Stidham in the first half, they scored the touchdown and tied it up. And then after that, the Broncos, they punted. Then the Patriots went 3 and out. But then the Broncos missed a field goal. Patriots missed a field goal. But now to start the half, the Patriots go down the field, a long drive. They get 3 to take the lead, and the Broncos go 3 and out. So let's see if that continues. But the Patriots definitely picking up some momentum here in the third quarter. It's going to be tough for City. Not going to lie, everything seems to be going against him now. Yeah, he started off playing pretty well, but now it has not been too great. He's now 13 for 23. I also don't think he's been terrible. He's played a pretty solid game so far. Also, had his receivers drop a couple passes, which definitely hasn't helped. Although he's also made some throws that have just not been very good. Love me a snow game. Yeah, me too. Even looked bad in that last series. Yeah, not the greatest. It'd be snowing at whichever stadium they were playing at. If they were playing in New England, it'd be snowing quite a bit there. Now, here in Denver, it's starting to come down pretty heavily and starting to cover the field a little bit as well. So, 1st and 10 from the 21. May throws that is incomplete. Low throw. Booty can't make the catch, and it's 2nd and 10. Defense wins the game if we do win. Yeah, it's got to be that way. Because, I mean, you got to keep this game close. Because at this rate, the offense not doing too much. So, I mean, the defense might even need to help out the offense and get a turnover or something like that. So 3rd and 10. May in shotgun, going to back to his right. May going to look to throw. May is going to pump fake and take off running. May crosses 30. And this is playing in slow motion. And we'll go down to the 34. But a scramble there from May. Picks up the 1st down. And we've seen him run the ball quite a bit in this game. And he's looked pretty good doing it. So 1st and 10 here. May still more rushing yards than passing yards. 55 pass yards, 64 rush yards. May under center. Stevenson is the back from the 34-yard line. May hands off. Stevenson is going to gain about 4 on the run up the middle. The Patriots, they've run for 70 yards here in the second half after running for 43 in the first half. So 2nd and 5. May under center. Stevenson is the back. And here's a flea flicker. Back to Drake May, who steps in and throws towards the sideline. Caught by Matt Collins at the 30-yard line. A nice throw and catch. He runs somebody over on the sideline. And a nice play there for the Patriots. A big play there on the flea flicker. And they got the ball 1st and 10 from the Denver 30. But a nice play right there. New England having their way. Yeah, it's been pretty good for them in the second half. May in shotgun. Hands off here, Stevenson. And Ramondre Stevenson is going to fight his way forward for about 3 yards. So 2nd and 6. Patriots outgaining the Broncos 117-6 here in the second half, after the Broncos outgained them 149-72 in the first half. So 2nd and 6, May gonna look to throw. May throws outside, incomplete. Bounced it to Kayshon Boutte, and it's 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 here, big opportunity for the Denver defense to get a stop and force a field goal, which is not going to be easy in these conditions. Patriots 5 for 12 on 3rd down. May in shotgun, and he's going to hand it off here. Stevenson is stuffed for the line of scrimmage, just had nowhere to go. And the Broncos defense does get that stop, and it brings up 4th down. So that brings on the field goal team for the Patriots. And this is not an easy field goal right here. It's fairly long. You got wind, you got snow. This one's not going to be easy. Patriots 1 for 2 on field goals, made from 23, missed from 63. This is a 46-yarder on 4th and 7. So 46 yards from the right hash. And the kick is no good. Misses it wide right, and it stays 10-7. So the Bronco defense, they get a stop. They hold the Patriots off the board. And they're still only down 3 with 11 seconds to go into the 3rd quarter. That is a big stop right there for the Bronco defense. Still a 3-point game. Alright, you got to be kidding right here, right? They're going to commercial when there's 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So we're going to get a full commercial break. We're going to get 1 play, maybe 2 if we're lucky. And then they're going to go to another commercial. Why? That is so annoying. But anyway, it's 10-7. We got the Broncos getting the football back. Pretty solid field position as well. With the Broncos, they'll take over at their own 36-yard line after the missed field goal. Field goal is going to be a problem. Yeah, with these conditions, definitely. It is definitely not going to be easy. And field goals could play a big part in this game because we already saw the Patriots miss 2. We saw the Broncos miss 1. And now in the Broncos, they could be trying to obviously want a touchdown, but a field goal would be big here to tie it at 10. So that would be something to watch if they can get into field goal range. Got to make sure you get very close because anything more than like a 30-yard field goal is definitely not a guarantee. I mean, even a 30-yarder is not a guarantee in these conditions. The Patriots, they've had the ball for 13 minutes and 10 seconds here in the third quarter. The Broncos had it for a minute 39, and they've run 3 plays. Patriots have run 22. So Stidham under center. Likely 1 play left in the third quarter. Unless it's a quick incompletion. But Stidham under center from the 37. And Stidham going to hand it off here. And Harvey will gain about a yard. So yeah, we see 1 play. And they're on a commercial again. Because why not? Because they're obsessed with commercials. But we go to the fourth quarter. Patriots up by 3. As they lead 10-7. As we enter the fourth. Wind is very active right now. Yeah, it really is. I mean, you see the snow blowing all over the place. But we go to the fourth quarter. Patriots up 3. The Broncos with the football. They've got it on their own 38-yard line. And they've got a 2nd and 8. Give me 1 second. Just want to check something real quick. You're quite a ways behind your stream you're watching on your TV. Yeah, when the games are on CBS, teams, like it's pretty far behind. Not really sure why, but it is pretty far behind. We really don't know why. I mean, I've tried refreshing this a million times. I know I'm pretty far behind. Like, whenever I go look at the stats or something, it's like a play or 2 ahead. Like, right now, like, I'm not going to look at what the play is, but it says they've already started the fourth quarter and run a play, and there's still a commercial here. Alright, now they just got back. It's all good. Never give spoilers. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. Because it's definitely annoying if you know what's going to happen. But we start the fourth quarter here. In the snow. Broncos down by 3. And here's a throw to the outside from Marvin Mims. And the broadcast now put up their own numbers. So we can actually see where they are on the field. But Mims gains 3. And it brings up 3rd and 6. So 3rd down here for the Broncos on their own 40. Stidham in shotgun back to his left. Gonna look to throw here. Stidham throws outside. It is incomplete, broken up. Trying to get to Will Jordan Humphrey. But Marcus Jones with a nice defensive play. Although it was hard to see him in the snow. I'm not necessarily because of the snow, but because the hash marks and numbers they put on the field, the broadcast that is, they're so bright. You like blended into those. Got camouflage in there. But it is 4th and 5, and the Patriots forced to punt it away. Sorry, the Broncos forced to punt it away. So Crawshaw gets it away pretty cleanly. And Marcus Jones will let it go over his head, and it bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots get it back up by 3. And this is a big drive for them. If you can drain a lot of the clock, put a good drive together, and get a touchdown, and that could be... Why are we going to another commercial? There's like 50... There's 49 seconds off the clock, and you're going to another commercial. Oh man, this is insane. We gotta make them. We gotta make them plays. We were behind. Yeah, we really need to have something to go their way if you're the Broncos. But let's get this straight. So we saw CBS go to commercial after the Patriots settled for 3, or attempted to settle for 3. After the missed field goal with 11 seconds left. Then they went to a commercial after the 11 seconds because they have to at the end of a quarter. And now 50 seconds later, not even, 49 seconds later, they're going to another commercial because they changed possession. And it's getting a little ridiculous at this point. And let the people make their money. I get they need to make their money, but I mean, this is like a little bit ridiculous at this point. And I mean, they're also CBS, so I mean, I'm pretty sure worrying they get every last penny is not necessarily their biggest concern. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial again. And the Patriots take over their own 20-yard line, up by 3. And you got to imagine there could be a lot of run plays on this drive. They've also run the ball very effectively in the half. And given the conditions, probably a lot of run plays. Patriots, they have run the ball very effectively in the second half. But they're back from commercial now. Patriots with the football on the 20. So May under center. Stevenson is the back. And here's a handoff from Rondre Stevenson to the left side. And Stevenson breaking tackles. They're trying to rip that ball out. But he gains 12 and a first down. This is a chance to go to the Super Bowl. They need to step it up. And at home. Yeah. So first down here from the 31. And a handoff to Stevenson again. And this time we'll gain just a yard. Yeah, the ads, they've gone insane. Like, everywhere you go, you see ads. It's pretty annoying. So 2nd and 8. May under center. Another handoff. Stevenson up the middle. And he'll gain about 4. And brings up a big 3rd and 4 right here. Patriots are undefeated on the road this season. Yeah, they're what, 8-0, right? I think I saw that before. They said they're 8-0, which is ties the best record on the road in NFL history. I think that's what they said. So here is a 3rd and 4. May in shotgun. You could keep this on the ground, but you could also throw this right here. Let's see what they do. May will throw. May. Plenty of time. Now time runs out. May tries to step up and goes down for a sack. Drake May gets sacked for, I believe, the 5th time today. And that is a huge stop for this Broncos defense. They get a stop. They get the ball back with 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And this is really a coverage sack because he's got time initially. But he's just nowhere to go with the ball. And when you've got a pass rush as good as the Broncos, they're eventually going to find the quarterback. But that's a really big sack right there for Denver. And the Patriots forced to punt it away on 4th and 12. So the kick is away. Mims will let it bounce at about the 36. And it heads out of bounds near the 30. But that is where the Broncos take over at their own 30-yard line, and they're really going to go to another commercial right here. The Patriots had the ball for like 2 minutes. This is actually getting insane. But another commercial here. And this is a big drive upcoming for the Broncos. Because this is a huge opportunity for them. Down by 3. You get the ball back. This is a big opportunity. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Broncos down 3. Have not really done much offensively here in the second half. Wonder how many yards they do have. The Broncos in the second half, they have... Let's see. They have a total of 9 yards. They have 2 drives, both of them 3 and outs. They went 3 plays 6 yards and 3 plays 3 yards. Broncos now, as a team, averaging 3.4 yards per play after a pretty good start. They're up over 5 for the majority of the first half. Quarterbacks and must-haves winning the NFL. No quarterback, no playoffs. Yeah, it definitely seems like that could be the case here if you're the Broncos. Gonna need Jarrett Stidham to make some plays. But the Broncos start on their own 30. 11 and a half minutes to go. And they'll start with the handoff to R.J. Harvey. Going to try to bounce outside. Try to turn the corner. Able to turn the corner. And he's out of bounds after a gain of 9. And the snow is now pretty much completely covering the field. It's pretty hard to tell exactly where they are now. I mean, there was no snow in the first half. And this started to really come down. To the point where the whole field is now covered. So it's now 2nd and 1 for the Broncos on their own 39. They still do not have a first down in this half. Patriots have 7 of them. Mims goes in motion. And they'll go back to the ground. Here's Harvey trying to bounce outside. And he's forced back inside and he's stopped at the line. No gain. Brings up 3rd and 1. This is a huge play right here. 3rd and 1 on their own 39. Broncos still looking for their first down of the second half. Stidham in shotgun, got it back to his left. They motion him out of the backfield. Stidham gonna hand off up the middle. He's got the first down. Beatty with the carry, he got 3. And a first down for the Broncos. They finally move the sticks here in the second half. That's a big first down. Gives your defense a break too. They've been on the field for like the entire half at this point. So the Broncos have it on their own 43. Stidham under center. Harvey is the back. Play clock at 2. They'll just get the play off, and Stidham going to look to throw it. Stidham gets pressure, rolling to his right. Stidham just throws it away. So it brings up 2nd and 10. With 9:12 to go. A little surprised to see them throw the ball right there. Thought they'd keep it on the ground. But just nowhere to go with the football. And it's now 2nd and 10. Still on their own 43. Empty backfield for Stidham. 5 wide for the Broncos. Stidham throws outside, trying to set up the screen, but the Patriots all over it. And Ingram's pretty much tackled as the ball gets there. And it's 3rd and 10. That was also an extremely predictable play call right there. You spread the field, and like, it doesn't take too much to figure out trying to run a screen. And I thought that's exactly what they were going to do. Ends up being what they do. And it gets blown up. So 3rd and 10 from their own 43. 9:08 to go in the 4th quarter. Not a great spot to be in right here for the Broncos. Play clock at 2. They will just get the play off. Stidham to throw. Stidham steps up. Jump pass. It is caught over the middle. A gain of 4, but maybe 5, but still well short of the first down. The Broncos will punt it away again. Run the ball. I agree. I don't really like 3 straight pass plays right there. Especially when you just got your first down of the half, and all your plays were on the ground. Just stick with it. I don't like throwing the ball. The Broncos now punt it away again. Crawshaw sends it away. And this one is going to bounce out of bounds inside the 10. This is a really good kick. As it is out of bounds at the 9-yard line. So the Patriots are backed up deep inside their own territory with 8:21 to go. And this is a big opportunity right here for the Broncos. Another run defense, but if you can get a stop, get a quick 3 and out, then you can get the ball back to the offense with pretty good field position, and you wouldn't have to go that far to potentially get in range to kick a field goal. We were having success running, then we go 3 and out throwing. Pisses me off. Yeah, I'd agree. There's just no reason to abandon the run right there. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Patriots will get it back at their own 9-yard line. So we'll see what they can do on their next possession. Clock is moving, we're down, instead he looks flat, yeah. It's not a great spot to be in. That's why you really need the defense to come up big right here. Gotta make sure you can get off the field very quickly, get the ball back, and give yourself a decent opportunity to good field position. Wonder if Nix is on the field or in the booth. I would think probably in the booth. The guy probably can't move around that well. On one ankle. I would think he's in the booth. Kind of surprised they haven't shown him at all today. I don't remember seeing him once. But they're back from commercial. The Patriots with the ball on their own 8-yard line. 8:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Patriots up by 3 as they lead 10-7. So May under center from the 8. Oh, he slips. The running back slips and May goes down for a loss of 3. That was a disastrous play. They try to hand it off to Stevenson, but as he tries to go forward, he slips in the snow. So then May just has to make something out of nothing, and he ends up going down for a loss of 3. That is what these conditions will do. And that's a very positive play right there for the Bronco defense. The weather with a good defensive play. And brings up 2nd and 13. Back at the 5-yard line now for the Patriots. So May under center. This time the handoff is clean. And they're able to get it to Stevenson. And he gains 2. So it's 3rd and 11. This is a huge opportunity for the Broncos defense. We're halfway through the fourth quarter, 7:30 to go. And this is a big opportunity to get off the field. The Patriots with the football on their own 7-yard line. With 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. May. Design roll was right. Going to throw it here on 3rd down. He floats one out of bounds. So that stops the clock with 7:01 to go. And the Broncos defense does their job. They get the stop. And they're going to force a punt from deep inside their own territory. And they'll have a good opportunity to get the ball with great field position. And a chance to potentially put points on the board. Wonder if she might come after this punt for the Broncos. But what a bit of an interesting decision to throw the ball there on 3rd down. I probably would have just kept it on the ground. But the punt is away. And it is headed towards the sideline. And this does not look like a very good punt. Yeah, I have no idea where the ref actually spots that. But that looks pretty good field position for the Broncos. That was a pretty bad kick, so Broncos catch a break right there. I need a touchdown to go up. Yeah, field goal to tie, touchdown to take the lead. And a touchdown would be huge at this point in the game with how the defense is playing. So really going to find a way to capitalize off this field position and put it in the end zone. The Broncos are starting on the Patriots' 33-yard line. So what was that? A 25-yard punt? That was a brutal kick. The Broncos, they've punted on 4 of their last 5 possessions, although seems like that streak going to come to an end here, considering they're starting at the Patriots 33. I'm also interested to see what Sean Payton would consider field goal range at this point, given the conditions. They hand off to Harvey, and he goes backwards. He lost 3 on the play, and it brings up 2nd and 13. So it's now 2nd and 12 from the Patriots 35. Or somewhere around there. But that's where the broadcast says. Here's a swing pass to Harvey, and he makes the guy miss, but Harvey can't break another tackle, and he's stopped at the line, make it 3rd and 12. I mean, the Broncos offense is in a really tough spot right here, because you can't really throw the ball in these conditions. Plus, you got a backup quarterback in, so you can't throw the ball anyway. I mean, they're in a really tough spot. Third and 12. I'd imagine he'll just run the ball here. I just thought I kind of like a jet sweep to Marvin Mims here and see if he can make a play. Especially because I don't know if you want to kick a field goal from right here. But I like a jet sweep in this situation. But Stidham will throw it. Stidham steps up. He's going to run it here. Jarrett Stidham's got a lot of space. Stidham dives ahead. He is short of a first down, but he got 7. It's a big 7 yards. Makes it 4th down and about 5 for the Broncos with 5:15 to go. Now, are you going to kick this or are you going for it? That's a decision you got to make. They're going to bring on the field goal team to try to tie it at 10. Not easy with the wind and the snow. This is also the first conference championship game with 3 missed field goals since I believe they said 1991. A 46-yarder. What's not even close. He misses it wide to the left. It was a wobbly kick, and the Patriots defense gets a stop. That is now 4 straight missed field goals in this game. I mean, the Broncos, they're in such a tough spot. Oh, this one actually got blocked. It got tipped at the line of scrimmage. That's why it was wobbly. And ended up so far off. I mean, if this doesn't get tipped, this one might be on line. But a huge special teams play right there. And the Patriots take over at their own 35. Yeah, not looking great right now for the Broncos. But right now, I think you have to think about getting Stidham involved in the run game. We just saw him run for a gain of 7 on that 3rd down play. He can run. And you're not going to throw the ball too well. You've got to find a way to get him involved. And just as just something else to add to the offense. Because if you just throw screens, swing passes, and run the ball every play, it's just not going to work. Patriots start this drive with a run for a gain of about 3. So it's now 2nd down from their own 38. 4:15 to go. May under center. Another handoff. Stevenson is stopped in the backfield, lost a yard, maybe 2. And it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Another huge opportunity for the Broncos defense. 3:50 to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 9 from the 37. Gotta get a stop right here. I'd be pretty surprised if the Patriots put this in the air. Just keep it on the ground, keep the clock running. So let's see, 3rd and 9. They will run the ball. Stevenson Again, no gain. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3:15 to go. The clock continues to run. So they can run it down to about 2:30-ish. 2:35 before they snap it. Yeah, the Broncos, they've got another opportunity. Now the clock stopped with 3:01, so the Broncos did call a timeout. They'll probably put some time back on the clock. But in the playoffs, we've seen 5 fourth-quarter comeback wins, which ties the most all-time in a single postseason. We've also seen 6 games with the winning points scored in the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime. So if the Broncos score here, would add to both those totals here in the playoffs. And I mean, how crazy the playoffs have been, you don't expect them to do it. And that is just pure chaos. A backup quarterback in the snow, I mean, it would be insane. The only problem you have to worry about right here, if you're the Broncos, is the clock with 3:11 to go. But you still should be able to run the ball. But I think you also got to consider getting Stidham involved in the run game. But the kick is away here. And, again, this one goes out of bounds. Looks like the Broncos are actually trying to set up a return right there. And give Mims an opportunity to do something. I think you might want to try to get the ball to his hands at least one time in this drive, too. Even if you're just running the football and just hand it to him or do something, you got to find a way to get him the ball. He's a very dangerous ball in his hands. Got to try to do something, I think. So the Broncos take over down by 3, 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter. The Broncos, they have 13 comeback wins this season, regular season and postseason. Most in NFL history. Trying to make that 14. They start on their own 32. 3:05 and a timeout. Patriots have 2 timeouts. Stidham will look to throw. Stidham? What kind of throw was that? He flips it forward to Harvey, who's stopped at the line. He two-handed passed it to R.J. Harvey. I mean, can Jarrett Stidham even throw the ball? I don't even know. He pushed it forward to him. I've never seen a quarterback attempt to pass like that before. So it's now 2nd and 9. I mean, you can't even throw the ball. This is going to be a disaster. They bring Sutton in motion. Play clock's at 5. They will get the play off. Stidham to throw again. Alright, he can throw here. He throws downfield, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Gonzalez! And that might seal it. He takes a shot downfield from Mims. Gonzalez with the pick. And the Patriots take over with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. That was just terrible. Underthrown by a lot. Mims tries to come back for the ball, but it's just too late by the time he realizes. And Gonzalez easily there for the interception. And the Patriots take over up by 3. And they're in a great spot to move on to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Broncos still do have a chance. They got the 2-minute warning and a timeout, so they can get the ball back, but very unlikely now for them to, or not very unlikely, pretty unlikely for them to come back and win. First play here, handoff, Stevenson is stopped, and the Broncos let this go down to the 2-minute warning. So we got 2 minutes left. Patriots up by 3 with the ball, but the Broncos have a timeout and could get the ball back. Only 3 points in the second half. Yeah, it's been a very defensive game. I mean, only 17 points in the game combined. Run the ball, put together a game-winning drive. What was that trash, Sean? Yeah, I don't really like that either. I mean, you got to... I really like getting Stidham involved in the run game. I mean, he's not an elite rushing quarterback. But, I mean, we've seen him move around a little bit, make some plays with his legs. I think you've got to find a way to get him involved in the run game. I mean, now if you get the ball back, you're not really going to have a chance to do that. Because you're going to have to throw the ball. Knicks would have smashed this team. Yeah, I mean, if they have Bo Nix, then this is an entirely different game. Broncos probably win fairly easily. But it's a 2nd and 6. Going forward on 4th down at the 15. Yeah, that early call ends up hurting them right here. I mean, if you had 3 points, this game's tied. And we're probably headed to overtime. So yeah, that decision early in the game from Sean Payton ends up being big. I didn't even think of that until he just pointed that out. Knicks is sad right now, I know that much. Yeah, I would be too. So it's 2nd and 6. From their own 40-yard line. May under center. Broncos have 1 timeout. May hands off. Stevenson stopped at the line. And there's the final timeout for the Broncos. Minute 56 to go. So they can get the ball back. Minute 56. Let's say this play takes 4 seconds. Like this play just did. Actually, they put a second back on the clock. So minute 57 left in the game. So if you're the Patriots, you run the ball here on 3rd and 6. Say you don't get it. It doesn't matter if you got 3, 0, 2, 3, whatever. You don't get it. So you take, let's say, 5 seconds off the clock, down to a minute 52. Then you can run that down to a minute 12 and call a timeout before you snap it. So the Broncos, they can get the ball back after the punt with about a minute left. But they're going to have to go down the field in like a minute with no timeouts in the snow with a backup quarterback. 3rd and 6. May going to throw it here. Now he's going to try to run. May trying to turn the corner, and he is going to have the first down. Drake May runs for the first down, and that should seal it. A first down for the Patriots. May runs it ahead. And they're going to move on to the Super Bowl and beat the Broncos 10-7. May definitely gets the first down. What a call. You get May on the bootleg. I did not expect that. We got flags coming in here. Somebody went diving on the ground. It's offsides against the Broncos. Weather wasn't that bad yet. Backup quarterback with a bad call. And that was my thinking at the time. I mean, you have a back quarterback. It's probably going to be a defensive game. Just take the points and you can get them. And they did not do that. And it going to end up costing them the game. So 1st and 5, victory formation here for the Patriots. May takes a knee. And the Patriots are going to win the AFC. In year 1 under Mike Vrabel. Year 1 with Drake May as the full-time starter for the entire season. And they're back in the Super Bowl. And they'll face either the Rams or Seahawks. So it'll be a rematch of either Super Bowl 48 or Super Bowl 53, I believe, right? I looked it up now. Good call, bro. You're out of here. Alright, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I'm going to end this stream in a second because I got to go get some dinner. And then I'll be on to stream the NFC Championship game in like 30 minutes. Thanks again. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. But final score 10-7, a very defensive game. And the Patriots win it. And they move on to Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. So let's see. It'll be a rematch of either Super Bowl 49 or Super Bowl 53. With Patriots and Rams or Patriots and Seahawks. But final score 10-7, Patriots win it. A great year for the Broncos, and they'll definitely be back. I mean, if they have Bo Nix, they probably win this game because their offense is probably able to do something. But a great win for the Patriots. They win the AFC and move on to the Super Bowl. That's where I'm going to end this stream, everybody. I'll be live again in about 30 minutes. For the Rams and Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. But thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The game wasn't too exciting, but at least it was close. Hopefully the other game is as well. Yeah, I'll be live in 30 minutes, but subscribe, turn notifications, so you guys don't miss it. There goes your Broncos-Rams Super Bowl pick. Yeah, me too. I had the same matchup. But, yeah, I'm going to end this stream here. I will be live in a few minutes, or really 30 minutes. So be sure to subscribe, turn notifications, so you guys don't miss that. And I'll see you guys in